Our adventure starts right away this week as we continue to explore the anchorage of Agua Verde, a popular destination for cruisers to provision for staple items to continue exploring the Sea of Cortez. But that's not the only reason we're here, so stick around and experience the wonders of Baja California Sur with us.
Aquí están unas palmas. Van a pasar por aquí. Entonces, no, las pinturas están así.
Así que aquí estoy.
Sí, pues
vamos a seguir. Todo vamos a ver la playa de las palmas. Pasamos las palmas que están a la mano derecha.
Palmas, correcto.
Seguimos y la calle va a doblar como...
Entonces aquí es una montaña grande.
Ajá.
No hay otra montaña más que esta.
Ok.
Entonces aquí van a venir ustedes. Aquí le van a dar vuelta a la montaña. A las pinturas aquí.
Okay. All right, so that was the most interesting map directory I've ever experienced. I just asked some guy who was in a shed here on the beach. He's got a little farm here, and I said, hey, we're trying to hike up a trail, trying to see some cool things. We heard something about another cave around these parts. And he's like, yeah. I said, do you know how to get there? He's like, kinda. So then he started drying on the floor. He said, there's a trail. These are the things we're looking for. So again, it's like the Dominican Dora the Explorer. Today, everyone, we are looking for a cemetery. After the cemetery, we are looking for a palm tree oasis. After you get to the palm tree oasis, we're looking for a big hill. And behind the big hill is a surprise. Are you ready to go on the adventure? ¡Vámonos! It's gonna be a lot harder than I thought. He did not tell me that the first part of this hike involved going all the way to the top of this mountain.
I promised Rigby that she would get some exercise today, and so we brought her along with us on our hike. And it was kind of a back and forth as to whether we were going to bring her, because although she does love to adventure with us and she needs the exercise, but this is pretty hot ground. It's hot desert. There's lots of rocks, and we were worried about her little toe beans getting cut up or burned. But she seems to be doing great. She is staying way ahead of us and showing us the way. So far so good. If she starts having a rough time with her feet, then I'll just have to throw her on my back and piggyback her back to the boat. But she's a little fatty, so I don't really want to do that.
Okay, so we've made it to our first landmark, the cemetery. So
I know these guys are dead, but I feel sorry for them. This is hot out here. I almost want to leave them a glass of water.
okay, so even though I was doubting the man in the tin house, his directions, so far so good. We're in the shade right now because even though his directions were impeccable, it's still freaking hot. But up ahead, I see big palms, ladies and gentlemen, and that is landmark número 2. So we're going the right way so far. We're going the right way. 5 trees in the middle of the desert.
Doesn't make sense.
Crazy. Doesn't make sense. Wow, look, it gets more lush over there. This is awesome. What's the Indiana Jones? Dun 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 dun. Come on, Rig! Dun 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 dun.
Make sure she doesn't get crocodiled.
I sure hope we're going the right way.
Give it a few minutes. Rigby.
Problem is obviously there's no like map, and even if there was, we don't have any service, and the trail stopped. But
Goat trail.
the guy said it was a 2-hour hike, so it's like you got to go far anyway.
But that cave has got to be in that mountain.
Yeah, he said the caves were in that mountain. He said it's the only mountain. Once you pass the Palms, he said it's the only mountain there. You got to go behind the mountain to get to the ocean side, and there's supposed to be something cool over there. We saw a trail, but it's covered with palm.
I think we just have to make our own trail at this point.
Okay, we're gonna make our own trail. And Rigby, don't go too far. There's no trail here.
So I said we're gonna make our own. Show us where we.
Okay.
Landmark numero tres.
Landmark, thank you. Landmark numero tres,
The ocean.
the ocean. So now at some point here,
And this is the mountain. So somewhere in this mountain is a cave that we're looking for. You've had it, Riggs?
he's like, I'll wait for y'all. Y'all go on ahead. Go on, Riggs.
Careful.
So we're either really close to where we're supposed to be going, or we're not close at all. That's kind of what we're thinking right now, because we're behind this big mountain, and there's little caves here and there, but I don't see anything huge or big. And Kurt just climbed up to go scout the area out, and he says that he sees a few more caves a little further up, but it's gonna require some climbing. And our little buddy over here is pooped. She's tired and she's trying to find all the shady spots. Poor thing is using a rock to rest herself because she's a little bit winded. It's kind of one of the problems about traveling with a pet, is you can only go so far and you can only do so much. We've been lucky that these last couple of beaches have been dog friendly, but hikes, unless you're a coyote or a billy goat, it's not really meant for puppies. So
Okay guys, I think we're gonna turn it around. We've had a great hike. We've gotten lots of exercise. Rigby got her exercise, which we really wanted to get her some exercise today. Our goal was to try to reach a cave because we wanted to have an end game, but
yeah,
we didn't find the cave, and well, we think we found the cave, but it's too treacherous to get over there with Rigby. So
yeah,
we're gonna turn it around and just enjoy this hike today.
As we headed back to the boat, we took a break to enjoy the scenery and reflect. We didn't embark on this excursion for just any random cave. The cave we were searching for is famous for Indian cave paintings, said to be dated thousands of years old, hidden in the vastness where the desert met the sea.
Okay, so we are back on the boat, and Kurt is not a quitter, apparently. He's been sitting here while we were eating lunch, reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. I'm like, what are you looking at? And he's like, I'm reading other people who've made this trail. There's gotta be a way to get there. I gotta get to these caves. So now we're thinking about leaving Rigby on the boat, but we're going back the way that we went, and we're going to make a different turn and cut through some more rugged terrain and see if we can get there without Rigby, because we're not quitters. This last round nearly killed your shoes. You got like half of your tread ripped off. Or you think we can endure another round?
I don't know, I'm disappointed in those shoes. They're still pretty new, and they were pretty expensive too. So I know they're running shoes and not made for this kind of hiking, but still, they shouldn't be coming apart.
We got rid of one dog to adopt a new dog on this trip. This is Lola. You get her?
She's gotten it off herself, so I don't feel anything.
This is Lola.
She's not
And she's a desert dog. She belongs to the guy who told us the way earlier. And now she's like, you guys don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna show you the way. And she's been guiding us ever since. So Rigby scared Lola away earlier, but I think we would have had better luck without Rigby in the first place because Lola seems to know where she's going, but she keeps getting stickers in her paws, so Kurt's helping her. She's part of our crew now. We take care of our own.
We turned the corner down the trail and we were met with an opponent that not even the brave Lola would face down. Blocking us yet again from our mission, Kurt started losing hope and patience. The blistering heat of the afternoon sun also began revealing some interesting desert inhabitants, both living and dead.
The desert claimed another victim.
You think he couldn't find the trail either?
He was trying.
He was
tried to find the cave. That cave of wonders.
The cave of wonders will be the death of us all. I am regretting this hike because it is just too hot. We're both suffering right now. This poor thing, look, oh, you gotta get her. She's got something on her foot. She keeps getting stickers in her paws. I know.
I'll get you, Lola, hold on.
I have sand. I have shoes that have like lots of breathability to them, but because of that, I'm getting sand all up in there, and this sand is hot. Like, it feels like hot pads on my feet. I have to keep taking them off because it's burning my feet. I can't imagine what she's feeling, but yeah, we got
Rigby
you.
would have never made it.
Yeah, Rigby would have never made it. Take that thing off her paw. There you go. Okay, go on. Go on. No. Good. Well, apparently this marks the trailheads that lead up to this cave. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
There's no turning back.
Right, we've gone this far.
We've gone this far. Whew. I wish I could lie and be all like, oh, this is easy. Oh, we do this every day. But God, I can't breathe. I want my mom. It's so hot.
Who's the old one in this relationship?
I'm the old one in this relationship. I think it's just around the corner. I hope it's just around the corner. Go take a look.
No, just more trail. Whoa, we did it. We made it. This is a cool cave. I can see why somebody would hang out in here.
Guided by our friendly and delightful new little buddy, we finally made it to the cave, and we were greeted by much needed shade and cool air. Despite us starting off on the wrong trail and almost giving up entirely, this small victory reminded us that even though things at times seem hard and impossible, if you push through, you will succeed, persevere, and come up on top.
Was it worth the hike?
Yes! We walked all the way from that point behind that rock is where our anchorage is. We walked through this whole field, those whole mountains. We walked all of that all the way over here. And even though I'm complaining and there's salt water in my eyes, I look like I'm crying. I'm smiling really, really big on the outside. It burns on the outside, but it feels good. We did it. We found it and we did it. So
yay for us.
Not much information of these paintings is out there on the internet, but what seems to be the consensus is that they are dated to be 5,000 to 7,000 years old, and no one knows who made them. For all we know, it could have been a bunch of drunk sailors who said, you know what would be really funny? But we'd like to believe that they were from an old civilization that wanted to make their mark.
for those of you who have no idea why I'm apologizing, I like to touch things that are old and ancient. I know it's bad and probably I'm ruining art and history, but I can't help myself. It's a problem, so sorry.
Don't do it.
Don't do it?
Don't do it.
I didn't. I had to. I'm sorry.
After a scorching day-long hike, it was time to cool off by exploring the emerald green waters of Agua Verde. We grabbed our snorkel gear and dove into the cool, welcoming waters, and were treated by an entirely different, vibrant spectacle of sea life and colors. Above the water, Rigby's dolphin friends decided to stop by from the previous anchorage to say hello and catch up on the local gossip. So far, these dolphins have been the most common visitors at every place we've stopped. Gregarious, graceful, and full of energy. Having them swim by is never a dull moment. Teeming with marine life, every anchorage we have stopped at so far through the Baja Peninsula has saved a special little place in our hearts, leaving a bittersweet feeling for us when it's time to lift anchor and go on to the next spot. As the sun began to fade, the rich and famous joined us to appreciate the beautiful sunset as our time here in Agua Verde came to an end.
Well, I really enjoyed this day. It's nice to get off the boat every now and then and get onto the land and do some exercise.
I'm tired.
It was a hot one, yeah. I've got the water maker running so that I can make some water because I'm going to drink every drip of water out of this boat today to try to rehydrate.
Yeah, we sweat out a lot. It's hot. Like, you guys can't see it on film. We try to, show you, but it was, it's hot. It's the desert. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that like button. Patrons, thank you so much for all of your love and support. And guys, we've got these really, really cool shirts, La Vida Gypsea swag. And if you sign up for our Patreon, you can actually get one of these bad boys for free. So if you haven't done so already, go check out that link in our description and join our crew on our Patreon too. Other than that, we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.